All right, it is Figgie and the Moose on this Friday right here on Pix 11 Plus. Wow, Figgie, you're some golfer. Look at you.
Yeah, just a couple little things I keep around the house.
Which one of those are you most proud of? I'm just curious.
I don't know which any of them are. I'm sitting in a conference room where they're all being shown.
You could have played it up. You could have been like over my right shoulder.
It's like the Zoom background.
I was club champion 19.
Let me not remind you of Mr. 47. That was never lost a club championship.
That's it. Well, a good Friday, one and all. And the Pacers continue to do it. I mean, it's just amazing. Maybe it's destiny, Figgy. I don't know. It's just like the more people doubt them, they've got no shot. And I didn't like them in this series, to be perfectly honest. Like I thought it would be Thunder in 6, and it still could be Thunder in 6.
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying that one game decides a series, but sometimes, like in sports, like we're always like the last to know. Like sometimes things work out and teams go on these unbelievable runs. We saw with the Giants in 2007, on the road Tampa, on the road Dallas, on the road Green Bay. It's undefeated, Glendale, Arizona. The Pacers do this, have done it. They did it against Milwaukee. They did it against Cleveland. They did it against the Knicks. They were down 9 with under 3 to go last night. And they win in Oklahoma City against this historically great Thunder defense. And they still win the game. And it's Halliburton in the end. Like, it's magic carpet ride doesn't even do it justice. It's unbelievable what the Pacers are doing.
Just to think, they had 24 turnovers. 24 turnovers Indiana did. Indiana did. It was a game where they shouldn't have won, even though they were huge on the boards, right? We talk about teams adapting and what they have to do. Against the Knicks, they only sent 2 crashing and 3 back all the time. We kept saying that's how they were losing the battle on the boards. Now they switched it up, and all of a sudden they crushed on rebounds, right? Crushed on rebounds, and that's a huge thing. But then the turnovers, you're just like, okay, so now it's going to factor itself out because you're turning the ball over, even if you're out rebounding them by 15, 16 rebounds. At the end of the night, it comes down to what? If you give this team an opportunity to make a shot, to make a play, and as unorthodox, as ugly, as improbable as it looks, they've done it again. They've done it again. And then when you go back and you look at the box scores and you say, hold on a second, there were 4 guys with double-double for Indiana. 4 guys with a double-double. That's pretty damn good. And then you look on the bench. Oh, there's another guy who's scoring 20 on the bench, coming off the bench. So you talk about their depth and you talk about what they can do and how they have multifacets. There's phases that come in, right? Bring in the small guys, and they're going to run you around in circles and play defense and be in your back pocket for 94 feet. Then you bring in the big guys, and the tall guys. You got Turner hitting threes. You got Obi Toppin, 5 of 7, 5 of 8, 5 3-pointers. Obi Toppin off the bench, just dropping threes all of a sudden. I mean, anything and everything that it takes, and that's what we said was going to have to be for Indiana to compete in this series. Well, you know what? They punched a bully in the mouth in game 1. All right? So now it's just a little bit of a wake-up call.
And when SGA misses that shot and Indiana grabs the rebound and Halliburton has the ball in their hands and Carlisle doesn't call a timeout, Figgy, I would have bet basically anything that he was going to hit the shot. Like, it just – you knew the shot, unless he couldn't get a shot off.
Right.
Not toward the rim, I had the complete utmost confidence it was going in.
There was little to no shock from anybody who watched the Knicks series that, you know what? Yeah, it's good. If he could see the rim, and we've seen him put up logo shots. We've seen him put up shots off one foot, the wrong foot, the right hand, the left hand. Anything and everything is possible. And then you just sat there and they're like, utmost confidence that team has grown into. And we talked about it. We thought the Knicks were the team of destiny, the way that they played, the hustle, the heart, the grit. This team has done that and then some. And so you have to sit back and appreciate, even though it's not the big names, even though it's not the star power, even though it's not the marquee matchup that everybody always hopes for. Wow, what a game last night.
Unbelievable game. The Pacers are an 11.5-point dog, game 2 Sunday night. Back in Oklahoma City. So no one still believes. And it's kind of like people look at it and say, well, Oklahoma City's going to bounce back in a big time way. You could see that. But I'll tell you, if you were expecting this to be a sweep or a coronation series, I'll tell you, the Pacers are going to they're not going down without a fight. I mean, and it would want to be one of the bigger upsets we've seen in finals history. One game does not decide a series, but Indiana made a statement last night out in Oklahoma City. There's no question about it. We got game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals later on tonight up in Edmonton between the Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. And, Figgy, before we get into a little bit of baseball and then talk about our right here on Figgie and the Moose on this Friday digital show. You look at the Oilers and Panthers. I'll tell you, if you're Gary Bettman or you're Adam Silver, what you want to have is 2 series that are really, really good. And potentially, I think you're going to get that in the Stanley Cup Finals between the Oilers and the Panthers. Give Florida credit. Their 3rd straight trip to the Stanley Cup Finals, right?
Yeah.
They're down 1-0 in this series. But I will tell you, do you think people in the commissioner's office are rooting for the greatest hockey player in the world, Connor McDavid, to finally hoist up the Stanley Cup so then they could paper all of Canada and America with it?
Oh, no doubt. I think that's exactly what, if you could write the storybook ending, the book, the movie, it's all on feature right now. It's being written as it goes along, step by step with this whole thing. And listen, he isn't disappointing. He isn't sitting back and you're like, oh my God, the moment's too big for him. He isn't sitting back and saying he's not taking advantage of every opportunity right now. And listen, Florida is going to make it. Again, we talk about the David and Goliath. Florida has gotten 3 straight finals. And, you sit here, think about the contrast. You got Florida, and what you think about hockey first? No, absolutely not. And you think about Canada, and with Connor being Mr. Canada, it's going to be a storybook kind of series in which that, you could see exactly what happened in the 4 Nations. He has an opportunity to win a game and he does it, and just the confetti falling, the trophies and everything else, because this is one of those generational type talents that's playing up to his level right there.
And listen, if you're an Indiana Pacer fan, today's a good Friday. That's basically it. This is as good as it gets. Enjoy the next couple of days before game 2 of the NBA Finals on Sunday night. He's Nelson Figueroa. I'm Marc Malusis. We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about my golf game, Figgie's golf game, and also a little bit of baseball. We'll do that next. It's Figgie and the Moose on this Friday right here on Pix 11 Plus. All right, welcome back. It's Figgie and the Moose right here on Pix 11 Plus. Nelson Figueroa, Marc Malusis. Figgie, how good is your golf game? What do you expect to shoot today when you go out there?
Listen, this is
behind you.
Yeah, this is a pristine course. Maybe I don't even pull the driver out the bag today and just, work on my short game. No, absolutely not. I'm going to absolutely. This is where one of those things where you play at a course as nice as this, you let it eat. I'm going to get my money's worth. I didn't pay anything to play today. I'm going to go for it on every single par 5. I'm trying to get there in 2. I'm trying to make some memorable golf shots today. So the score, throw it out the window. It's good to get out here with a couple of friends and have an opportunity.
That's not true.
It is.
You're going to have that scorecard. You're going to be proud as a peacock, below 90. You're going to be around 86, 87.
From your mouth to God's ears.
I mean, that is what's happening. There's no question about that. Yes.
Right.
There's no doubt. I bring that up because myself, Perry, and Saul went out and played a little golf yesterday.
Yes.
Saul won between the 3 of us.
Okay.
In second. Perry was third. And we had an amazing time. The shot of the day on a par 3 landed within 3 feet of the hole. About 3 feet.
Golf claps.
Beautiful, majestic shot. Like a shot.
Now.
Like
did they give you the gimme, or did they make you sink the putt?
No, I wanted to putt it out.
Okay.
I wanted the true birdie. Like I'm not
a baby.
The gimme. I want, like, I don't play a lot of golf.
Right. You want to hear the back of the cup. You want to earn it.
Yeah, I want to earn it. I don't want to be like, oh, pick it up. Yeah, that's all good. I think Saul said that. You don't have to putt that. I'm like, no, I'm putting it. It's like,
oh, no doubt. I love it.
So now listen, if it was a tricky bender or something like that, I'll pick it up. This one was like straight in. It was like a miniature golf shot.
What about the waterfall hole? That's a beautiful hole.
That's when I got that's the.
Oh, that was the one.
Yes.
Did you video it? I texted you to video it.
No, we did not video it.
I know
you
worst.
I know you
The
did.
worst. Think about it. That would have been play of the day.
It was so hot. It was so hot. It was like the caddy, the guy who at one point in time was like, "Get Moose in the shade." I like a sweating profusely.
That was his best read of the day. The caddy's looking around.
Like,
get Moose in the shade. Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, exactly right. As far as the Mets go, they're in Colorado taking on the Rockies. Yankees taking on the Red Sox. Red Sox aren't particularly good. Yankees, obviously, one of the better teams in the American League. Not saying much. Tigers, Cubs is going to be an interesting weekend set.
Yeah.
For the Mets here, I guess coming out of that series against the Los Angeles Dodgers, which we spent a lot of time talking about it on the air, off the air, right here on digital, Figgy, is, learned a little something. I coming out of that feeling good about the Mets. I understand the giveaway game and Beatty short-arming the throw at home. And the Dodgers late, and you're going to say coulda, woulda, shoulda. They did their part. If these two teams finish tied, they'll have home field advantage in the playoffs. That's what you want. Number two is Mets are going to get better. They're going to get Manaea back. They're going to get Montas back. You look at Soto. Soto's starting to find himself. Sorry, Chip is barking. Soto's going to find himself offensively. I think he's coming out of this series. I don't think there's any question about it. He is finding himself offensively. Those are the positives, I think, when you look at the Mets here moving forward. They're a really good team, and they're going to get better as the season goes along. Yeah,
frustrating to give away that game, right? I had a Dallas Green in the back of, you're going to crown him. And we had him right where we wanted him. That kind of thing going in my head. Reed Garrett just, walks the first batter, and it's Mookie Betts. The wild pitch, he's on second base. Here we go. And it's like you see it coming. 2-0 count to Will Smith, base hit. Double right there. And now you're sitting going, all right, tying run is that far away. He makes a great pitch. Has the play at the plate. It's right in front of him. He goes to pump fake, and then he short arms the throw, and then wheels fall off, right? Even you can question the decision to have, even though Conforto comes up, they go with the righty against Conforto instead of bringing in the lefty against them. And if you had the lefty-lefty matchup, why wouldn't you do it? Conforto, of course, comes through and it gets a little bit of revenge against his former team. Only 1 for 11 in the series. You start looking at the Dodgers hitters, and the Mets did a really good job against the most of these Dodger hitters. But then you see the rise of a guy like Pages. Just every at-bat was, a competitive at-bat. This kid has reckless abandonment when he swings, and now that just makes that Dodger lineup even more dangerous. At the end of the day, you liked what you saw out of the Mets going toe-to-toe with the Dodgers, having really good games every single time, coming down to the wire, and that's what the expectations for the Mets are high as ever. So they need to go into this Rocky series though and take care of business. Absolutely, just make it no doubters, 3 games, and then come back home and be able to continue on and start getting those other pieces back.
Yeah, no doubt. And they will. Listen, it's going to be an interesting weekend. Yankees, Sox, always fun. Mets out in Colorado taking on the Rockies. And still, as the drama continues to build around Madison Square Garden and the New York Knicks, we'll see exactly who their next head coach is, Figgy. But it's interesting when you get rid of the head coach, and this has been something reportedly that they've been thinking about for quite some time, no real game plan. The game plan is coaches and Ime Udoka, who's under contract with the Houston Rockets, or Jason Kidd, who's under contract with the Dallas Mavericks. There isn't a guy that really is the apple of their eye at this point in time.
Wow, that is the most fascinating thing about it all. Like, you want to make the change, great. You want to wait a minute to make the change, because it wasn't like his extension wasn't going to kick in at any point. You had the whole off season to really decide what you wanted to do. You could even, see what, before free agency started, what pieces you were going to need and what a coach might want to do. So a head coach might want to do a little differently than what Tom Thibodeau did, because it wasn't, roster configuration isn't about Tom Thibodeau. He gets the cards that he's dealt. He's able to play them, right? Leon Rose is bringing in all the players, and you talked about it. There's guys behind the scenes that are trying to make trades and backroom phone calls and trying to negotiate behind Leon Rose. And so James Dolan has, it's funny because to me, he doesn't have the pulse of the team. He played the pulse of the fan and decided, because there was so many fans saying, this guy can't get them over the hump. And no one in the basketball realm thinks that's true. I mean, you look all around the sports world. I haven't seen one guy who has said this was a great move by the Knicks, gutsy call, needed to be done. Haven't seen it. Not one basketball official, nobody. It's really odd, and especially about the timing of it all, because it's so fresh about the Knicks having one of their best seasons in recent memory and winning 10 games in the playoffs. All the things that you can put on the checklist, they checked it off, being 2 games away or from being able to make it to the finals. I don't see what the issue was, but as always, we say, Jets are going to Jets and the Knicks are going to Knicks.
Well said. Well, listen, we're going to be doing a show later on tonight, Sports Nation Nightly at 7 p.m. on Pix 11. We're going to be talking about all this and more. Make sure to hydrate. It's hot out there.
Oh, you'll be doing that.
You are an elite level athlete, so I think you'll be able to deal with the heat well. For Nelson Figueroa, I'm Marc Malusis. Have yourself a wonderful Friday. This has been Figgie and the Moose right here on Pix 11 Plus.